Hello everyone, my name is Harry and this is my review. Up to this moment it has been about a year since I've been having this motorcycle, and for the time being I've been using this motorcycle. There has been no fault at all. It has been running great. The engine has been well, no error at all. I never changed the tire, any of them. But recently I just came to realize that the speedometer is not working. So if I accelerate the motorcycle, there is no speed indication like of how much speed I am going. So I thought, oh, there might be an error on the speedometer cable or on the connection. And I came to realize that on the connector here, this one which connects to this speedometer reader here, it is just snapped. If you can see, there was too much rust, so it snapped off, and so this one will not be functional anymore. So I thought, oh, I have to change this one. So I went to the shop, and then I got an idea about getting the other one, which I think I'm going to replace this one, and I thought I have to share this with you guys. So by first description or by first review, so this is the speedometer connector which connects here to the speedometer reader here, which reads how much speed you are going. And this housing, it runs from here all the way down to this cable, and it comes up here, and it is connected to the hub of the front wheel. So without further ado, I think I'd like to share with you on how I'm going to replace this one. First of all, from the top here, there was no other spanner which I could use, so I had to use these pliers. I think if you have any tool like this one, it will be great, and I think it will function well. But down here, for this little bolt here, you need an 8mm spanner, and for me I have this one, which I think it will work great. So for here I will need this one, and for this small bolt here, this one, I will use this star for removing, or this screwdriver for removing this one. So without wasting your time, so let us get into this. So first of all, I have to cut this little zip tie here so that I can loosen this one, so this brake cable will be running free apart from this accelerator cable. So for snapping this one, I will use this nail cutter. I think it will work great. I can snap this one off. If we have a knife or even a blade, I think it will work great, but the intention to take this one off, I don't know if it will snap easily. These stuffs are just a little bit hard to break. Snap it from the bottom side. I guess I have to snap this from this side. So after snapping this one off, I will use my 8mm, which is this one, to loosen this bolt so that I can remove this one. After loosening this one a little bit, I can just remove this one easy like this by just using my bare hands. And then now once it is a little bit loosened, You don't have to lose this one at all. Leave it there for a while, and then you can take this screwdriver and then take this small bolt down here. And that's how it goes. So here, if you're not so sure with the new one, make sure you don't lose this, so because you can reuse them. So I'm going to put it down here, and then I'm going to snap here. So that's how it goes. For the replacement purposes, I had to buy this cable speedometer, and it's written in Bajaj 9 parts. It has a barcode here, which if you scan this one, you can get a lot of information about this speedometer cable. And on the other side, this is how it looks. This is the top end, and this is the bottom end. You can see it clearly. That's how it looks. So that's the cable. So without wasting your time, let us unbox this one. So by review, this is the cable which I just took out, and here it lists BM 150 speedo. So this is the old speedometer which came with the motorcycle. Though by comparison, if I try to compare, there are some slight differences, especially on the end top. This is the original one, and this is the aftermarket which I've just got recently. So the cable from here to here, it looks different from this one, but I hope it will work. But also, if I can compare to the end, they look just slightly different. They look slightly different. They don't look the same. So this how it looks for the aftermarket cable, but for the original one which came with the motorcycle, that's how it looks from here. So far, I don't know how I will get this one off, but I will try to see how it snaps off from the motorcycle hub, and then I will see how to replace this one. So this is how just far it came. I was trying to remove this one, but I couldn't take this one out because it was too rusted. But also there was some rust, so it was not so easy to get out. So I had to remove the whole of this front wheel. This front tire. I just took out. I just removed it all from the front suspensions, as you can see. So I took out this one because it was too snappy, and then I had to check this one if it is working properly. And this is what reads how much speed the tire is rotating. This one is, so I had to do some lubrication inside there, and then before replacing this one, I think I have to fix the cable first so that it won't disturb me later. So this is the cable, and then now I'm going to snap it back on the place. So that's the cable. Now it's snapped in places. As you can see, I'm rotating the cable to the end, and it's working right there. It's working very properly. So now I'm gonna place this one down here, gentle, and then bring back the cable. I'm doing this one outside the tire so that it will be easy for me to install later, and that's how it goes. So there it fits perfectly, but also there are a few things which I need. I have to replace this bolt. As I said before, I don't have to lose this one because I think I will reuse it later. As you can see now, I'm reusing this one, and then after Fitting this one back, I have to use this 80mm to make sure the bolt fits well in place as it was before. It may take some time, but it's okay. If you are doing it by yourself, just be patient so that everything goes well as you plan. And if you are thinking about changing it by yourself, if you consider about getting late like me, you can use some protective gloves, I think, which will work perfectly. But for me, I'm okay. I will clean myself well once I'm done. So after fixing like this one, or replacing back this straight bolt which holds this one, make sure you leave nothing behind. You can take this small screwdriver which I took before with its washers on top of it, replace like this one, and then this one is going to hold this one in place so that it won't snap back. But because there are some rust in here, I will use this VVO 4D to remove the amount of rust. Yeah, I think now it's okay. And then I will replace this one back by using the little screwdrivers. Then I can turn to the other side and then test to see if it's working properly. So this is my cable. This is my cable. So I will rotate this one to see if this one is responding. If you can see, this is responding. So everything is working properly. And then I will start replacing back the brake shoes to the front hub, this one of the motorcycle, and then put everything back in place. So without wasting your time, this I'm going to do. And for the brake pads, if you can see here, they are not so worn, they are still functional. They are just rusty. You can see on the edges. Let me try to clean this one. Yeah. If you can see clearly, this is the edge of the brake shoes. So all of this from here to here indicate how brake shoes match has been worn. But for this one, they are okay. But in case if you want to change them, you can just change. And for the replacement, there are two parts. There is this flat surface. If you can see, this flat surface comes to this area, to this side, and this little round, or like this oval shaped, comes to this round. And for the replacement purposes, you have to replace it like this. First of all, you have to start with the round areas. So you turn like this. You place them on the other side. Like this. Once it fits well to the other side, and then you push it a little bit to the other side as well. Make sure you do it gently so that you don't hurt yourself. Be gentle. As you can see, everything is in place, and then I'm going to snap it back into place. Make sure you do it gentle. There it goes. And if I try to use this front lever, you can see it is expanding. So that's how brakes works. After doing this, I have to replace back to the wheel hub. And for the rotation is okay, so I have not messed up with anything. And then I will replace the wheel to the front sprockets. So this here I replace back the tire into this side. And for the replacement, if you can see here, there is this, I don't know if you can see clearly, but there is this edge which shows the indicator or the place whereby the front hub it has to fit. So make sure this one fits here like this. It fits there. That's where it has to fit. So just take the bolt as you talked before. There is not much rust, so I'll just replace this one. There it comes out. So after it comes out properly, please take the washer, replace back, and then take, this is a 15 size millimeter bolt, replace it, and if you find there are some last, you can use some lubrication, but if there is no last, just hold like this. And for replacement, I have this 14 millimeter spanner to the other side, which is this side. But for this side, I just have this pliers, and I think it will work great. So what I have to do, I have to just hold like this, and then I have to tighten this one slowly and steady. After being sure that it is well tightened, I can try to spin the front tire. It's working great. Let me try to. Yes. So after replacing this accelerator cable, and then I have to replace back this brake cable as well. So for the brake cable, it has to come through this side. Once it fits in the place, then it has to come this spring covered by this rubber, like this, and then it has to come to this area. This one comes here where it fits in the place. I can just loosen this a little bit. And then this small bolt, it comes to this side. whereby I have to tighten this one to my desired position so that it works well. So every time when you think about replacing the brake cable, you can do these adjustments here by your preference. After that, I have to direct this one up to the top. And then you have to direct this brake cable direct here. So before replacing or before tightening this one to this top, I have to make one test. And that test, I have to lift the motorbike a little bit, try to rotate the tire, and to see if there is actual rotation from the top here. And before doing that, I have to lubricate this here so that now last it all, which will affect the rotation of this is speedometer cable. So and then you have to pull this one up to the top, and then take this is circular straightening, which has a straight on it, and then you can just tighten it by using your hands a little bit until it fits into the place or to the top. Just give it a time until you can feel it has just reached to the end. Once you are sure that it is tight, you can take this pliers, and then don't use this edge. Please use this edge so that you don't disturb all of these teeth on here. So use these sides. Don't use these sides. Don't use here. You can just use here. And just be gentle. Don't be in a rush, so that it fits well. I think now I can feel if it is well tightened. Yeah, I think now it's okay. So after that, I will start replacing the headlight, and then I will take the motorcycle for drive to see how it works. So from down here, if you have the zip tie like this one, it is highly advised if you use one for the zip tie to make sure you hold these two cables in place together. And for me, I have this zip tie which is black in color, so just round. You can mount it here or here, but we prefer here because that's where a lot of force from the vibration of the motorcycle comes from. So I can just wrap like this one. Once you are sure it is snapped into place, I can't just leave this one hanging like this one, so I will use my nail clipper to cut this one on the end on both sides, so that it looks nice and holding well in place. Oh, my nail clipper just broke, so I think I would decide to use the alternative of the nail clipper. This one just broke, as you can see, so I will use the small one, but I think it will work great. Yeah, there it goes. So right now the brake cable is working okay, but also the speedometer cable is working okay. So that's how to replace the speedometer cable in case if it snaps off from your Bajaj Boxer X150. So for the little thing which we have just learned right now, I will take this motorcycle for a drive to see if the speedometer is working properly, and then I will share with you guys if it's working properly, and then I will show, hey guys, this one is working, and if it's not working, I will share too as well. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.